Hello friends, welcome to my YouTube channel. I am Omkar and hope you all are doing well. As we all know, our nation has been engulfed by the coronavirus and it has affected the life of billions of people. It is in a time like this, it is necessary to evaluate and quantify what effect it is going to have on the economy and how good or how bad does the future look. So I am going to talk about how this coronavirus is going to have an impact on the economy for the next 4 or 5 years. So when we talk about the economy, there are five different factors which are to be considered. So the number one is the GDP growth of the nation. Number two is the inflation rate, interest rate. Number three and the fourth and fifth are the unemployment rate and the economic output or the industrial output. So the pandemic has caused a deep output losses and it has contributed to a sharp rise in unemployment and poverty. Now talking about the industrial activity, because there was a lockdown, national level lockdown last year, and nowadays there are domestic or localized lockdown. It has hampered with the economic activity across various states and cities. It has also disproportionately affected the manufacturing and services sector, paralyzed the consumption, and led to a decrease in private as well as government spending. So when we talk about the GDP projections, so GDP growth rate, we can consider three different scenarios. So one is strong growth, strong recovery, second one is moderate recovery, and third one is weak recovery. In case if the economy does well and we see a strong recovery from this pandemic and the economic activities gets back and running, in that case we might see the economic GDP growing somewhere around 7.45%. So the economic engine is running again, then the growth rate might reach up to 7.45%. In case of a moderate recovery, our economy will the growth will be less, and we might see up to 3.45% of growth. And in case of a weak recovery, unfortunately, we will see a growth rate of 1.45%. The second important thing is inflation rate. So inflation is affected by various factors, one of which is the crude oil price. Now in the international market, the crude oil prices have risen and it has an effect on indirectly on the consumers of India. As we all know, the petrol and diesel prices are high when the crude oil prices are high. So the inflation in the next 4 to 5 years will depend on the crude oil prices, and also what the government does to incentivize the businesses and the industries to manufacture, to ensure that the supply chain are well oiled. The government has to come up with various schemes and incentives for the economic activity. And the third thing is the demand. Now what the government can do to increase the demand in the economy is that it can directly transfer benefits, like directly transfer money into the bank accounts of the people, or it can use, or the RBI can use different monetary tools. So the inflation rate will depend on how much demand we are going to see, how much supply we are going to see, and what is the crude oil price in the international market. Now the long-term impact of inflation will also depend on the mode of recovery. If our economy recovers well and we see a strong recovery in the next 4 to 5 years, it is going to have an impact on the inflation as well. And so supply rationing from government, it does have limitations, but government has to ensure that the supply chain rationing is well and the inflation is kept under check. So if we consider different modes of recovery, let's say we see a strong recovery, in that case we can have inflation of around 8% by 2024-25. If we see a moderate recovery, in that case the inflation might hover around 10%. And if we see a very weak recovery, in that case the inflation might climb up to around 14%, and we do not want that to happen. So this situation is known as stagflation. That is when the economic activity is down, GDP growth rate is down, and inflation is high. This is a situation that is known as stagflation, and we definitely don't want that to happen. Now the third important thing is the interest rate. Now the interest rate plays a crucial role in the economy, as when the rates are low, people are incentivized to take loans from the bank, which again which is necessary for the economic activity of the nation. When we take loans, people take loans for various purposes, like let's say home loan or education loan. So when we take a home loan, when consumers take a home loan, the demand for various materials increases in the economy, like let's say like cement, steel, and different raw materials, like also paints and different raw materials. So interest rate can be controlled by various monetary tools and steps. One of which is repo rate. Second one is reverse repo rate, and the RBI can also issue measures such as it can encourage bank lending by cutting down the cash reserve ratio, or it can introduce moratorium for the people who have taken the loan. Now the estimates for 2024-25 is that the base lending rate might move above up to 8.6% if the economic recovery is strong. If the economic recovery is moderate, in that case we might see the rate fall down to around 4.65%, and in case the economic recovery is bad, then the interest rate might be around 2.65%. So industrial output will also depend on how fast we recover, and there are three different scenarios. In case we see a strong recovery, in that case the economic activity, the industrial output, the positive growth rate might be around 2%. And in case of a moderate recovery, the positive growth rate might be around 1%, and for weak recovery the positive growth rate might be just around 0.2 to 0.5%. Now talking about unemployment, a very serious factor, we will see a rise in people in BPL, that is below poverty line. Now, so this is up to the government. It has to ensure that jobs are created, and various stakeholders like the RBI, the state governments, and the central government has to work in ensuring that the employment rate is high. So these are the 5 factors. And so friends, COVID has had a major impact on the Indian economy in the year 2020-21, and now in May 2021 we are seeing a sharp rise in cases again, and so it remains to be seen what is the impact it is going to have. Last year we had a national level lockdown, which has not been the case until now, the first week of May. So in case there is a national lockdown, it will again take us back to a very bad situation, and unemployment will rise, and we will see a major fall in the economic activity for the next few years if the national lockdown happens. The recovery will happen. Of course, it won't happen very fast. It will happen gradually, and it will happen in phases. Maybe one state will recover very fast. Maybe another state will take some time for them to recover. So let's hope for the best, but let's also prepare for the worst. A global recession has already been predicted by International Monetary Fund and World Bank, and the experts think that the ill effects of this coronavirus pandemic will be seen until around 2023-24. So strong leadership efforts are required, and it will take some time, but the government has to ensure, and not only the government but all the stakeholders, including the Reserve Bank of India, all the different banks, and the local authorities, the state governments, they have to work together to ensure that the economy is back on track. And hope at the end of this video, I only pray that you all are safe and healthy. It is a joy. It is a joy making videos like this, and hope you all stay safe. Jai Hind. Thank you for watching my video.